Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. We are reading the Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami, and till now we have gone through the 6 verses and we can see how nectarian and how instructive they are, like if we have to follow these instructions. Okay, so let's start our session by offering prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देह श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितान् च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Hare Krishna everyone. So on the alternate days we will take the revision. Okay, because a revision will take that 10-15 minutes. Okay. So we are you may wonder this book is only this around 100 pages, 90 to 100 pages, and we have spent till now we have spent 22 days on this on this book, because this is very important. Now we are at a neophyte stage and this is book for the neophytes, and when we follow each and every instruction, then we will be rapidly advancing our spiritual life. Okay, so that's why we have given a lot of time. Okay, and unlike other books, we can finish this book in 7 days, but we have given a lot of time. So so please try to apply this books in your life. Okay, so today we will start with the 7th verse. Okay, Sarita Mataji, would you like to recite?
I will try, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. If anyone is a well versed to recite, then he can also recite. Okay.
Yeah. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, Syat Krishna Nama Charunadi Sitapya Vidya Pittopataptara Sanasya Narochikana Kintvadharad Anudinam Khalu Saiva Jushta Swadvi, is it right? Swadvi Kramad Bhavati Tadgada Malahantri. Hare Krishna.
Hare Mataji. So there will be 4 more verses. Then you can practice. Okay, someone can practice and then they can read. Okay. So Hare Krishna, who want the golden opportunity to read the purport and translation?
Shall I read, Mataji?
Everybody.
Okay, Sarita. Okay, Sarita Mataji, today we will go paragraph by paragraph. You can read the translation and first paragraph.
Okay, fine. Okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The holy name, character, pastimes and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Purport. The holy name of the Lord Krishna, his quality, pastimes, and so forth, are all of the nature of absolute truth, beauty, and bliss. Naturally, they are very sweet, like sugar candy, which appeals to everyone. Nuisance, however, is compared to the disease called jaundice, which is caused by billions secretions. Attacked by jaundice, the tongue of a deceased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter. Avidya, ignorance, similarly perverts the ability to relish the transcendentally palatable name, quality, form, and pastimes of Krishna. Despite this disease, if one with great care and attention takes to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed and his tongue enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Very well. So like till now we have like many times we have spoken this analogy. So like this analogy is from the Nectar of Instruction, seventh verse. Okay. So the in this shloka it is stated that we are diseased with the jaundice of a avidya or a ignorance, and because of this jaundice we are not able to taste the nectarian or a sweetness of the Krishna's name, fame, his pastimes, his leelas. Okay. And we don't have the taste, we don't feel that Krishna's name's very sweet, we don't have the lot of interest to hear about the Krishna non-stop. Okay. like uh, I'm just telling about myself. Okay. like uh, so yes, we don't have this taste to chant the holy names. Even if we sit for the 16 rounds, we feel, oh, when my rounds will be over. And we can go back to the Godhead by chanting, not by the counting. When we do the mechanical counting, okay, let me finish my 16 rounds, but your heart is not there. Your mind is playing one movie, and you are focusing on that movie, and Harinam Prabhu is in background. So this will not take you back to the Godhead, and you will also not advance in your spiritual life, even if you are doing the 16 rounds. So you don't have to count, but you have to chant your 16 rounds. Okay. So we don't have the taste to hear about the Krishna. If someone say okay, Mataji, the Parikshit Maharaj, he's a non-stop, day and night, he's sitting on the banks, and he's hearing from the Shukdev Goswami. If someone says, oh, can you hear, Prabhuji, we are arranging Bhagavad Gita for the 7 days, from the morning 8 a.m. to the evening 8 p.m. you have to continuously sit and hear the Bhagavad Gita. You will say, itna time, I don't have this much time, and I will get bored, my back will be pain, because we don't have that much taste. And this taste will come when our disease get cured, the disease of the avidya, or the jaundice of this avidya. So we also see now, when we get the jaundice, we don't taste anything sweet, but whatever sweet we take, we taste it as a bitter. So Prabhupada says, when you keep taking this sugarcane juice, then this sugarcane juice will act like a medicine. And when one day your disease of this jaundice will get cured, and we will start tasting the sweetness. Okay. So our dormant nature is that we are the servant, and our dormant nature, that is we are the spiritual. And like and we have the very we have very we are too much attracted to the Krishna. But just because we come under these three modes of nature, and because of that we forget the Krishna. So when we take the medicine, the chanting daily, hearing the daily, and when we read the Srila Prabhupada books, then it will act like a medicine. And one day when our disease get cured, then we will start tasting everything very nectarian. And then no one has to come and tell you, you don't have to chant mechanically, or you have to chant, but you don't have to count. Okay. So everything become very tasteful, and you will get that spiritual happiness. But for that, what Prabhupada is saying, if with a great care and attention take the Krishna consciousness, and by chanting the holy name and hearing about the Krishna's transcendental pastimes, so then our ignorance will be destroyed, and then like we are able to taste everything very sweet, and like we will able to derive the transcendental pleasure. But what Prabhupada is saying, with a great care and attention. So when we are chanting, when we are hearing, when we are reading Prabhupada books, we have to do it with a like great care and attention. Okay, even you are like in starting, like because like from the currents of life, the mind is wandering here and there, and it has stored many material desires. So in starting, for the like depends on our disease condition, in starting like mind will find very difficult to focus on the holy name. But what Krishna says, like you have to pull that mind back, and you again have to focus on whatever you are reading or whatever mantra you are chanting. Okay, and again, like the last line, such a recovery of a spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of a Krishna consciousness. So, it's not like that today we are doing all the spiritual activities. We are chanting 16 rounds, we are attending Mangalarti, or we are reading Prabhupada books, and we are also hearing the Bhagavatam. So one day you are doing, next day like you say, okay, let me only chant the 16 rounds, because Prabhupada not made it make it compulsory. Not you must hear, like Prabhupada says, okay, but like Prabhupada doesn't have taken vows from us like you should read. But Prabhupada had the strong desires that like his devotees should read. Okay, we are under the shelter of a Prabhupada, and we are under shelter means we have to follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada says, like if you might read my books sincerely, and if you study my books scrutinizing, then Maya will not touch you. Okay, and like we also get like a cure from this disease. Okay, so like this is the regular cultivation, means you have to do it daily, not like a once in a blue moon. Okay, Hare Krishna. Who want to read? Sudha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, I'll read. Hare Krishna. From 1 minute. Yeah, Hare Krishna. When a man in the material world takes more interest in the materialistic way of life than in Krishna consciousness, he is considered to be in a diseased condition. The normal condition is to remain an eternal servant of the Lord. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. This healthy condition is lost when the living entity forgets Krishna due to being attracted by the external features of Krishna's Maya energy. This world of Maya is called Durashraya, which means false or bad shelter. One who puts his faith in Durashraya becomes a candidate for hoping against hope. In the material world, everyone is trying to become happy, and although their material attempts are baffled in every way due to their nescience, they cannot understand their mistakes. People try to rectify one mistake by making another mistake. This is the way of the struggle for existence in the material world. If one in this condition is advised to take to Krishna consciousness and be happy, he does not accept such instructions. This Krishna
Hare
conscious
Krishna.
moment. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji. Yes.
Thank you.
So in this paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is like guiding us that like when a man take more play, like like he take more pleasure in a materialistic way of life than Krishna. So like at every time we have the choice, we can choose between the material desires and the spiritual desires. So like one who chooses always chooses the sense gratification and material desires, then like he is in a disease condition. So we can like meditate upon ourselves. Okay, like let me see my desires, are they spiritual or are they material? I'm working for my sense gratification, or I'm working to satisfy the Krishna's senses. Okay, so we have to meditate on this. Okay, like if we still have the lot of material desires, it means we are in a disease condition. And Prabhupada is so merciful, he also given the solution that we have to take the medicine by chanting, hearing, reading about the Krishna. Okay, and that too from the bona fide books and bona fide persons. Okay, so yes, like what is our normal condition or what is our healthy condition? Jivera Swarubhai Krishna Nityadas. So we are the eternal servant of the Lord. Okay, and like like in previous books also we seen that like Krishna has the superior energy and Krishna has the inferior energy. So like we are the marginal energy, so we have the ability to choose between the superior energy, Krishna's energy, and like Krishna's inferior energy, that is a Maya. And what Prabhupada is saying here, the Maya energy is the Dura Ashraya, means like a false or a bad shelter. So like when you have given the choices, okay, you have to choose the good shelter. You have to like stay under the Radharani, or you have to stay under the Durga Devi, who are going like when you go to the Radharani has the like a flower garland for Krishna, and she has also has the flower baskets. So like also the bouquet. So like she is holding the bouquet of flowers in her hand. So she is ready to welcome you and like give you a lot of love. And like I have read the one quote from I don't know, remember that senior devotee's name, but that quote says that Krishna wants to give us everything, but we are not capable, like even like we are not working to take his mercy. Okay, so Krishna wants to give you everything, but we are not sincere, we are not following the instructions of our spiritual masters. So like if you follow the instruction, then Krishna will give you everything, because by the Guru and Krishna's like mercy, you will get the spiritual knowledge, and Krishna will reveal his, like even the Srila Prabhupada, when you have the sincere desire to understand Srila Prabhupada books, then like Srila Prabhupada will review reveal his books. Okay, so like yes, so we have to take, like we should always take the like a shelter of a Srimati Radha Rani than a Maya Devi, because Maya Devi will like not give you the flowers, but like she has the Trishula, and like she will give you the threefold miseries, that is Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, and Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, and Adi Devik, and we know how much like we suffer from these miseries. So like one would put the faith in this Dura Ashraya. Okay, I'm staying in this material world, and like I can enjoy, I can do unlimited sense gratification, and I will enjoy, and I will get the happiness. So this is the hoping against the hope. Like you cannot become the happy in this miserable world. You can become happy only if you like connect with the Krishna through his service, and like when you go back to the Godhead. Okay, from there we will get the real real happiness. Okay, and like we also see the hoping against hope, like these are the one of the qualities of a pure devotees. We also see the avyarta kala vegam, the pure devotees don't waste their time, they always engage every moment in Krishna's service. So like this is also like a second quality, hoping against hope. Like for the devotees, what is hoping against hope? We know like we are not capable, we know like we are very fickle minded, and like we know we are not a sincere, but we still have the hope. Okay, even like I'm not capable, but I am following the instruction of Prabhupada, I'm following the instruction of my spiritual master, then like one day I will be purified, and one day I will serve Krishna with a total love and with a total purity. So this is the hope against hope. And like okay, like even I'm not capable, but just because I'm following following that instruction, then one day I can go back to the Godhead. This is the hoping against hope. Okay, so like for the non-devotees, hoping against hope is that like due to the ignorance, because they think that like they will enjoy in this world, but this is the ignorance. Okay, so like here the nature of a material world is described. When you try to rectify one mistake, you make the another mistake. So this is the nature of material world, and this is the struggle of existence. You cannot become happy in this material world. Okay, so everyone want to become happy now, so like they should take the Krishna consciousness. So one who is not taking Krishna consciousness but going for the material sense gratification, material pleasures, then he is in a disease condition. And somehow like some to other have, we are also in a we are also in this disease condition, because still we are practicing, but still like we are started taking the medicine, but still we are in a disease condition. So we have to take the doses very nicely. Okay, and like we also have to protect ourselves like through the four regulative principles. Okay, when you go to the Ayurvedic doctor, then like even to the doctor, then he will say na, like okay, you have to take this medicine, but with this medicine, like you don't have to eat this food, or you don't have to do this activity. If you do this activity, or if you take this kind of food, then like your health condition will not like will not improve, like it will take a lot of time and medicines won't work. So like like in second verse na, like shadbir bhakti vinashati, if you do this 6 times, 6 types of things, then your like bhakti gets spoiled. So like yes, these precautions are also given, but what is the problem? We are not going through the precautions, and we are also not taking the precautions. That's why it is taking lot of time, like to advance in your spiritual life. Okay, so Hare Krishna, Snikta Mataji. Hare Krishna, Snigdha Mataji. Can you read the paragraph?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, ma'am. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. This Krishna consciousness movement is being spread all over the world just to remedy this gross ignorance. People in general are misled by blind leaders, the leaders of human society, the politicians, philosophers, and scientists are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to Bhagavad Gita, because they are benefit of all factual knowledge due to their atheistic way of life, they are actually sinful rascals and are lowest among men. Na mam dushkritno mudha prapadyante naradhamaha maya paharta jnana asuram bhavam asritaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. Bhagavad Gita 7.15.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, so like here Prabhupada is saying that like these political leaders, then like of the human society, philosophers, even the scientists, like they are the atheists. Like they don't know the factual knowledge, they don't know the knowledge of Krishna consciousness, and like whatever they are saying, it is just an illusion. Okay, so they are blind because they don't have the Krishna consciousness. Okay, and like what Prabhupada is saying, they are actually sinful rascals and the lowest among the man. Why Prabhupada is saying that? Because these people like not only like believe that like there is no God, there is no creator, but they also make the other people to believe that like there is no God. Okay, so like we shouldn't hear we shouldn't hear about these people. Okay, and we should, that's the reason now we shouldn't like too much take interest in this political things and read the political magazines or the film magazines and like unnecessary things. Okay, like you can take, but like you have to use that for the preaching purpose, like how they are making people fool. Okay, so in a Bhagavad Gita 7.15, like Krishna says that like those who are miscreants, who are grossly foolish, like these are the mudha and the lowest among the mankind, and his knowledge is just stolen by the illusion. So like those who believe in a maya, they can become happy in this material world. So such peoples, and like who partake of a atheistic nature of a demons, so like these people are not going to take the shelter of Krishna. Okay, so like we don't have to go to near to the such peoples. Okay, even like in day-to-day life we have to speak with the such people, but we don't have to give our heart to the people. Okay, Hare Krishna. Who didn't get the chance to read, they can read. Vinod Prabhu. Hare Krishna, who wants to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Muttamanikam
Should I
Prabhu.
read? Such people
Yes.
never surrender to Krishna, and they oppose the endeavor of those who wish to take Krishna's shelter. When such atheists become leaders of society, the entire atmosphere is surcharged with nuisance. In such a condition, please, people do not become very enthusiastic to receive this Krishna consciousness movement. Just as a diseased person suffering from jaundice does not release the taste of sugar candy. However, one must know that for jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Similarly, in the present confused state of humanity, Krishna consciousness, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is the only remedy for setting the aright, world aright. Although Krishna consciousness may not be very palatable for a deceased person, Srila Rupa Goswami nonetheless advises that if one wants to be cured of the material disease, he must take to it with the great care and attention. One begins his treatment by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because by chanting the holy name of the Lord, a person in the material condition will be relieved from all misconception, that is, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Avidya, a misconception about one's spiritual identity, provides a foundation for Ahangara or false ego within the heart. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. So, in this paragraph, what Srila Prabhupada is saying, so what is the problem with these political leaders and whose knowledge is stolen by the illusion that, okay, they don't believe in Krishna, they don't they don't worship Krishna, but they also do the opposition and they oppose the devotees of a Lord. Like we can also see the Hiranyakashipu, he is not worshipping Krishna, but like he also trouble the person who is worshipping Krishna or Vishnu. Okay, so like they will create some problems and they will surcharge the atmosphere with the nuisance. So like we can see the person who is suffering from the jaundice is not able to taste the sugar candy, but the sugar candy is only the solution. So okay, we are in a disease condition, so we are not relishing the Krishna consciousness, but the solution is only one, that is like with the great care and attention we have to take the Krishna consciousness. And we can see the Prabhupada is again repeating the same word again, the great care and attention. So because like he is repeating means it is very important. And like how then how like our treatment begins by the chanting the holy names. Cheto darpana marjanam, like when we chant the holy name, our heart dust accumulated in our heart of ignorance uh, get clean. Okay, and like it will provide the foundation of to give up the false ego from our heart. Okay, and like it will reveal our own identity, that we are the soul and like we are a servant, we are the eternal servant of a Krishna, and our goal is to like uh, serve the Krishna in in a transcendental loving service. Okay, so we will do the last two paragraphs. Who want to take the opportunity? Hare Krishna. Yes, Sarimla Mataji. Hare Krishna, Sharmila Mataji, you are not audible.
Should I
Hare
read?
Krishna, who want to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Real,
Prabhu.
real disease.
Hare Krishna.
The real disease is in the heart of. Should I continue?
Yes, Prabhu.
If in the mind, if the mind is cleaned, however, if the conscience is cleaned, a person cannot be harmed by the material disease. To cleanse the mind and the heart from all the misconceptions, one should take to chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is both easy and beneficial. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one is immediately freed from the blazing fire of material existence. There are three stages in chanting the holy name of the Lord: the offensive stage, the stage of lessening offenses, and the pure stage. When a neophyte takes to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, he generally commits many offenses. There are 10 basic offenses, and if the devotee avoids this, he can glimpse the next stage, which is situated between offensive chanting and pure chanting. When one attains the pure stage, he is immediately liberated. This is called Bhava Mahadvagni Nirvapanam. As soon as one is liberated from the blazing fire of material existence, he can relish the taste of transcendental life.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So,
Thank you.
yes, we have seen like in a first verse of Shishtastakam, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam. Like when we chant the holy name, our like heart, dust accumulated in our heart get clean. And like when we chant the pure name, then like we immediately get the liberation. Like what Prabhupada is saying, immediately. So like we are not getting liberated because we are chanting with the offenses. So like a chanting is in three stages. First is the offensive stage. This is a nama aparad. So when we are committing the 10 offenses, okay. And second is the nama bhas. Like you know, like you will have the your heart is not fully like clean. You will still have some material desires, and like you are trying to not to do offenses, but like you are making like sometimes you are making one or two offenses, okay. So like this is the nama bhas, and like what Haridas Thakur has said, even the nama bhas stage can like give you the liberation. What to speak about the nama? So like we have to use the Hari Nama not to gratify our senses, but we have to like use this nama only to take the shelter of Krishna and only to get the like love of Krishna. Okay, so the pure stage, like you are like your heart is a fully pure, like a fully pure. There is no material contamination, and like with the pure love, you are chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Vinod Prabhu, you have to take care of your mic. Okay, so today we can end the classes by reading the 10 offenses again. Is it okay with all?
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
So, Hare Krishna, everyone. So, this the 10 offenses of the holy name. They are written by the Vyasadeva, okay, from the book Padma Purana, section Brahma Kanda, 25.15 to 18. So, what is the first offense? Is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the propagating the holy name of a Lord. So, like you know, like we will say the many senior devotees who have like sacrificed everything to propagating holy name, so we are blaspheming them, like we are seeing these people with the material point of view, so it is an offense, okay. We should respect them. And second is that to consider the names of a demigods like a Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be the equal or a independent name of a Vishnu. So like and you know, like these offenses are not just for the 2 hours when you are chanting. These offenses are for the 24/7. Okay, so 24/7 you have to take care. So like some people say like the Shiva is a great, some people say Brahma is a great, but like so they equate the these names with the Krishna. And also they think like Brahmaji is very great, and like what to like Vishnuji is not so great. So like when you are comparing, so like we shouldn't do this kind of things. It is like committing the offense. Like we can see from the Vishnu, the Brahmaji has come. So like and like even the Shiva like is the it is just a fractional part of a fractional part of a Krishna. Okay, so it is the like a part of the part of the Krishna's energy. So like we shouldn't equate them, and like we also don't think them like independent name of Lord Vishnu. So we seen the analogies now, like even in a Bhagavatam first canto, like there is one analogy in a purport where like Prabhupada says, you know, like when you you water the root, then like you don't have to separately water the fruit, leaves, and like the twigs, okay, they automatically get the water. So like Krishna is like a root, and you know, the all the demigods, all the like rishis, everyone, like everything, like they are just like a small part of this tree. So like when you worship the Vishnu, like when you worship the Krishna, then you like separately, you don't need to worship any other Lord. Okay, even if you are saying many demigods, you know, like people worship a lot of demigods, so like you have to pay them respect. You shouldn't disrespect this demigods. You have to think, okay, they are the great servants and Krishna has given them like a specific post. Okay, so we have to like we don't have to disrespect them. And third is to disobey the orders of a spiritual master. So like our spiritual master has given us the order to follow the four regulative principles, chant the 16 rounds, but we are not chanting, like we are not following, means we are offending to the holy name. And fourth is the blaspheming the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in the pursuit of the Vedic version. So like we come to know that, like, you know, this Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost cream, and like this is the only thing. So like we shouldn't disrespect the other scriptures, because like it is also like written by the Srila Vyasadeva, who is the one of the incarnation of a Lord Vishnu. Okay. And five is, it means like we have to pay respect to everyone. Okay, at the same time we have to we should have in the mind that my Krishna is the my Krishna is the supreme, and the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is the supreme, but we don't have to disrespect any other things. And like five is yes, five is considering the glories of a chanting Hare Krishna to be the imagination. So it means that we are not having the complete faith. Like we think that this is some kind of imagination, and when I imagine this, I feel better. No. And think six is give some interpretation to the holy name of Lord. So some people interpret it what is meant by Hare, what is meant by Krishna, and what is meant by Rama. You don't have to mentally speculate. Okay, and like we don't have to give the interpretations. And like, you know, also some people think if you chant this round, then you will get this benefit, or you will get that benefit. So these are making interpretation. And you know, like some people when they are chanting, they like actively they remember some pastimes of a Krishna. So what Prabhupada say, you have to hear, only you have to chant from your mouth, and second thing, you have to only hear through your ears. So like whatever, so like you don't have to forcefully think about the Krishna's leelas. Okay, when you become purified, then Krishna will reveal itself. Okay, you don't have to artificially try to manifest that. Okay. And so yes, we don't have to give some interpretation to the holy name of Lord, and we don't have to think that Hare Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna is the imagination, and to commit the sinful activities on the strength of holy name. So like we have seen that like when we chant the holy name, then our sinful actions get crushed. So like one person may think that, okay, let me do one sinful activity, and like let me chant one round. So this is not good, like it is the offense. Okay. And eight is consider the chanting of a Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activity which are offered in a Vedas as a fruitive activity. It means like, okay, we are chanting Hare Krishna, but with some material desires. If I chant this mantra, then like I will get some pious karma, and from that I can enjoy. So we don't have to chant the Hare Krishna mantra for the fulfilling the material desires. The Hare Krishna mantra is only for to develop the love for Krishna. And you know, uh, like devotees of Krishna are they are so smart. You know, when you make the friendship with the king, so you will also get the same facilities. Then like you will get the protection, you will get the nice clothes, you will get the nice feast. So when you are serving Krishna, you will get everything according to Krishna's will. So like why you have to ask it separately? Okay, Krishna, if a Krishna wants, Krishna will provide. And we have to trust in, we should have faith in Krishna's plan. And nine is give the to instruct a faithless person about the glories of holy name. So you know, like there will be some atheists, there will be Mayavadis, so like we have to stay away from them. Okay, we have to preach the mission of the Lord, but like not to this Mayavadis and impersonalist. Okay, like more you tell about the Krishna, they will use the same knowledge, and they will blaspheme the Krishna. So we have to give this knowledge to someone like who is innocent, and just out of ignorance he haven't have the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So we will fan their spiritual that small the spiritual spark. Okay, so like we have to we have to preach to the people like who are innocent, and like who can take the Krishna consciousness, and who are little interested, they are not blaspheming the Krishna. And the 10th, to not have a complete faith in a chanting the holy name, and to maintain the material attachment even after understanding so many instruction on this matter. It is also offense to inactive while in chanting. Every devotee who claims to the Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. So yes, like like in every purport in every paragraph, Prabhupada is trying to convince us that like in this material world, by doing the sense gratification, you are not going to be happy. You are going to suffer only, but still we have the material desire. Still we have to do the sense gratification. And like when you are chanting, that material desires comes. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. You want this, you want this. He speak like this, he speak like that. Your mind goes there. So when we have the material desire, then our mind become restless, and our we become inactive in the chanting. So everything is related. Okay, so and like we are having the material desires, means still we don't have the complete faith in Krishna and Prabhupada's word and in chanting the holy name. So Hare Krishna everyone. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna,
Hare
please
Krishna.
take out some points and try to apply it in your life. Then only our session will be successful. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please
Krishna.
forgive
Thank
me.
you.
I take the 10-15 minutes more.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.